Hello, my name is Brandon Gailey, and I'm the CEO of BuyReputation.com. Today we're going to be talking about the pillars of social media marketing. If at any time you'd like to have a consultation from my company, feel free to click on the link below and fill out the form, and I'll handle your consultation personally on social media marketing. So let's get started. We're going to start at the top with two basic principles for social media. Number one, you want to use your Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google Plus buttons on your home page so that they can show trust to the people that visit your website. These are typically called trust signals. It used to be the Better Business Bureau and other stamps like that. VeriSign falls under that label. Now people are looking for social media signals. So by having a Facebook page with thousands of fans and having that button up high and using the recommend button instead of the like button or the fan button, then it shows that 2,000 people have recommended your site on Facebook. And that plays a critical role in the conversion rate. And the same goes for your Twitter, Google Plus, and Pinterest buttons. By people seeing that you're using social media and that people are actively following you, it gives instant trust to every advertising dollar that you spend. Secondly, for all social media, it is important to locate your share buttons in the right place. So if you have blog articles or for specific products, whatever it may be, you have to make sure that it's easy for people to quickly share something that they like on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google Plus, whatever it may be. And that can be putting them at the bottom of the post or at the top of the post. And sometimes it's good to have them in both places. You can use the actual buttons from Twitter and Facebook at the top portion, and then at the bottom you can use a third party like add this or share this and use their code, and that'll allow you to have buttons at the top and the bottom, so at any point in time if they feel like sharing, it's right there for them to do it. So let's move on to Facebook. The number one area for Facebook starts with your fan page and increasing the number of fans that you have that are following your company on Facebook. This is important. This goes back to email marketing and building a subscriber base, whether it's a newsletter or any type of list. This is the same type of situation. Every time someone hits the like button on your Facebook fan page, they're opting in to your status messages. So every time you send out a status message, if you have thousands of fans, it's showing up in thousands of those statuses for each individual Facebook page. Number two, whenever you start having status shares, it's important to use images. Images are the most shared of any type of media on Facebook. So by incorporating images, whether it be images about your company, images about a specific deal or a specific product, and be sure to be creative with these images. Try to make something that makes someone share. Don't just put up your standard photo or some sort of stock photo. Get creative. Try to think of putting viral components in place or something that is significant that will make someone hit that share button. Number three, ask questions to get comments. So with the Facebook status updates, they have an algorithm, just like Google has an algorithm which determines where your site ranks in the search engine. Facebook does the same thing with their status updates. So if people are actively making comments on your status updates, then it's going to go up higher on the rankings and stay higher on the rankings. So, and also every time someone makes a comment, it goes out to all of their fans and all of their friends, their fans, whatever, wherever they're making the comment from, whether it be from their fan page or their personal account. If they make a comment, everyone sees that comment and everyone sees the post. It's the same thing as a share. So be sure to ask questions, whether it may be as simple as, what is your New Year's resolution? And that gets people to answer that question and allows that post to be shared. Number 4, the fans want discounts and coupons. Now, this has been surveyed over and over the past couple of years to identify what fans want from companies to post on their status updates. And 5 times over, coupons and discounts are always the number 1 picked on that survey. So make sure you incorporate that into a yearly strategy. So every week you're putting out a new discount or a new coupon code for a different product or service, so that you can not only get interest from your fans and give them what they want, but at the same time you're actively promoting specific products. And also you can specifically track each one, because you can use individual coupons that are just for Facebook. And that helps out with analytics and tracking, because a lot of people will say the first thing with social media, which is confusing, is it's hard to track. There's your answer for tracking. Finally, keep your status updates under 90 characters. This has been the proven amount, the 70 to 90 character range, which gets people to read and share. Anything over that, people see that and they don't have the time. So with Facebook, they want to quickly read the status update, or see the image, or read the question, and respond and move on. Alright, moving on to Twitter. Once again, just like with Facebook, it's important that you build your followers. And you can build followers in all types of ways. And that with Twitter, you can follow people that follow back, and a lot of times there's lists out there of usernames, and you can follow in between 100 to 250 a day. Now, at the end of the day, that's going to increase your followers, but a lot of these people that are following thousands and tens of thousands of other accounts, they're not going to click through to any of your Twitter updates. So it's also important to actively go after your customers, your prospects, whatever marketing you're using. If you have an email list or a newsletter, be sure to actively be promoting your Twitter account and try to incentivize them to follow. If they follow, they get access to a coupon. If they follow, they get access to some type of content. And that'll increase your conversion ratios to followers. Because at the end of the day, you want to, just like with Facebook, you want to build a following on Twitter, because it's people opting in to see your Twitter updates. Secondly, tweets need to be between 120 to 130 characters long. So it's been proven that that amount of characters gets the most retweets and most clicks. So let's try to just put in a Word document, whatever you need. When you do a tweet, it'll tell you how many characters it is. So if you're handling it, or you have a social media person, just make sure they're wary of staying within that range. Number 3, which I think is one of the most important areas, ask for the retweet every time. At the end of every tweet, you need to ask for the retweet. And you can simply put please retweet or please RT, which most people will understand as a retweet. It has been proven that just by putting that at the end of every tweet increases the amount of retweets anywhere from 10 to 35%. Number 4, as for timing of when to tweet, people always are asking me that question. It's been proven that the best time for the maximum click-through ratio is the afternoon period between 3 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So adjust that for whatever time zone that you're in, and try to time your tweets for that. And there's all kinds of programs out there where you can preload all of your tweets and have them go out every day between this time period. And finally, number 5, use specific keywords in your hashtags. Now, the reason for this is because there are tens of thousands of people within each industry which will use Twitter accounts to push tweets of people using different hashtags to give them extra content on their website. In addition to that, there's hundreds of thousands of people each day doing Twitter searches for specific hashtags, whether they're looking for industry-related content, whether they're looking for help in a specific area, or they're looking for a service. So for example, if you're an SEO company, you want to make sure you just put it real simple, Hashtag SEO if you have a topic about SEO or you're promoting an SEO service. And that goes for whatever industry that you're in. And be sure not to go overboard on the amount of keywords that you're using, because it's important that you are using keywords that people are actually searching for. So if you put SEO services in Montana for your hashtag, that may be a little bit too extreme. Focus on the target keywords that get the most traffic. If you're wondering about traffic, then go into the free Google AdWords keyword research and identify, is this word getting traffic? And then you can target those specific hashtags throughout your Twitter campaigns. Moving on, we're going to go to Google+. Number one, it's important to increase the number of circles that your personal profile in. Your personal profile is going to be the pillar of your Google+ campaign for your business and for your content. That plays the biggest role in SEO. And for you to have an impact, you have to be in people's circles. So if you're only in 4 to 10 circles, it's not going to have an impact on your overall SEO campaign, and it doesn't look good when it shows up in search that you wrote this article and you're only in 4 to 10 circles. So kind of shoot for a goal to get over 50, get over 100. Those are the two big thresholds in regards to the amount of circles that you need to be in. Number two, add the relative author to every piece of content that you put out. It has been proven over and over that the content with relative author for a Google+ account ranks higher on Google and has a higher click-through rate when people see it in a Google search. So the difference is, as opposed to a content that's just a bunch of text, if you have the relative author, it's going to have your content plus an image of the profile of the Google+ account that you're using at the bottom of that content. Real easy to do. If you have a WordPress blog, it can be added on the bottom of each post using your template. Any other type of content, it's just a short line of code that you can add, and automatically it shows up on all of your listings. Number three, you need a Google+ strategy for your core SEO pages. So whether this be your home page or if you have multiple service pages, you have to have a strategy for increasing the amount of +1s for each of those pages, because Google weighs that heavily in the SEO algorithm of where your pages are going to show up in search. And that's weighing heavier and heavier as each year goes by. And one strategy that can be used is what's called the Google+ Content Locker. So you create some compelling content that people want to have, and you give it away for free in exchange for hitting the +1 button. And that +1 button will be linked to your home page, the service page. You can alternate them out based upon that. Secondly, just like with Facebook and Twitter, ask for the +1 in your newsletters or other campaigns. So when you're sending out an email newsletter, whether it be giving away a coupon, giving away a free service, free content, you can ask for the +1. You can promote the Google Locker from your newsletter, and that becomes part of that +1 strategies. Number four, review how your profile pic looks on the search results. So once you've added the relative author to your pages for your Google+ account, you want to make sure how it actually looks when you do a search and your content shows up. You want to make sure it looks professional, because if you're a professional company, that picture is going to be the first impression they have of you. So even if they're coming through a basic content page and on the service page, that's their first impression, and that may keep them from clicking on to one of your services if you have some sort of goofy pic from a vacation. Take your time, take a good professional pic, and make sure it looks good in search. And finally, the fourth area of social media to really focus on is Pinterest. This has been growing dramatically over the last year and a half. It kind of came out of the blue, and it was there. Initially, it was all about women, and now it's kind of broken down into women, men, and a lot of key buyers that use this social media channel. Number one area you want to focus on is keeping the image width greater than 570 pixels. The reason for that is because if it's smaller than 570 pixels, they're able to see the full-size image on Pinterest and not click through to your site. Pinterest is known for having one of the highest rates of referral traffic, and it's the second largest referral only to Facebook in all of the internet. And the reason is because people put these large images, and when they try to click to see the entire image, they are forced to go to where the original image is, which is on your website. So 570 pixels is the key area to be greater than. Number 2, you want to optimize the name of your image and your alt tag. This is going to help you show up better on Pinterest for specific keywords, and the alt tag is going to be the title that people see on Pinterest, and it has the same kind of valuation as a subject line does in email marketing campaigns. So you want to make sure that that title, that alt tag, is compelling and gets people to click out. Like the 13 pillars of social media marketing, 8 ways to get a #1 ranking on Google. Titles like that get people to click, and then from there they go to the image and then they get to your site. Number 3, don't try to create your images from scratch on your own and try to recreate the wheel. Republish infographics that have shown success on other websites, whether it be Mashable or other sites that have infographics where you can see the ones that are getting shared over and over again. And then you can take the original image of that infographic, put it on your site, and give attribution to the author of that image. And then put it on Pinterest, and what happens is you're able to drive that viral type traffic and be publishing an image that has had a track record for success, as opposed to try to create images or spend a bunch of money on your own infographics. Use what's out there related to your industry and publish and republish. And finally, ask for the pin when promoting. So with your specific campaigns, whether it be asking for the retweet, the like, ask for the pin when you have campaigns that are focused on images or content that have infographics on them. Ask them, take a look at this infographic. When you're done looking at it, please take a moment to repin it or pin it on Pinterest. And that is going to help you get pins. The difference between a campaign where we don't ask and when we do ask can be the difference between 10 pins and 200 pins. It's as simple as asking. I hope you've enjoyed the pillars of social media marketing, and I hope you've picked up some information that you can use for your campaign. And remember, once again, feel free to click on the link below this video, and I'll personally give you a social media consultation. Have a great day.